It's Groundhog's Day.
Didn't think groundhogs came to Hart.
I don't care. I'm tired of being holed up. Do you know how crowded it is in down there?
I wouldn't know. Not a four-legged rodent.
How dare you? I give you very important weather news.
That's a myth.
Doesn't my voice matter?
Do I have to remind you that your voice is really just you squeaking?
Do I have to remind you that you're talking to an animal? You're not a Disney princess. You're crazy. Crazy for Groundhog's Day.
Okay. But why are you at Hart?
I'm not. I'm in your head. You tripped over that log a second ago.
Good morning, Hart.
I'm Anthony.
And I'm Adrian.
Today is Friday, February 2nd.
And today we are celebrating
Groundhog Day.
Groundhog Day is a unique holiday that originated around the early 19th century. Every year, an allegedly 136-year-old groundhog named Punxsutawney Phil emerges from his burrow in Pennsylvania to see his shadow.
Adrian, they all know what Groundhog Day is. What they want to know is, how can there be any kind of connection between a creature's shadow and the weather? Is it mystical, scientific? What is it?
Shh! Do not call the beloved Punxsutawney Phil a creature. Call him a groundhog.
Can we please just stand for the pledge already?
Ready? Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Get ready to walk that red carpet because now it's time for Spotlight of the Arts.
Good morning, Hart. Miss Harmer here with this week's Spotlight on the Arts. To get things started, our performing artist of the week is Adriana Otto. She is doing double duty with dance team and ROTC. Adri has the best attitude and is always down to learn new things. She's secretly super strong. She once walked on her hands from one end of the gym to the other. Hart Dance Team is headed to our second competition of the season this Saturday, and we are so excited. We are also preparing for our spring show, our favorite time of the year. Mark your calendars for Saturday, April 13th. Tickets are also on sale now for Pop Show 2024. You can see the show next Friday, February 9th, or Saturday, February 10th at 7 p.m. in the Hart Auditorium. Get a sneak peek of this year's competition performances before Show Choir starts their upcoming season. Tickets are available at hhssc.booktix.com or at the door. See you there. Good luck to Hart Cheer as they compete at the National High School Cheerleading Championship next week in Orlando, Florida. We wish you the best of luck. Color Guard will host a preview show on Sunday, February 18th, starting at 4 p.m. in the main gym. Admission is $5 at the door. This is a great opportunity to see their competition show. This is Miss Armour for Spotlight on the Arts. Back to you in the studio.
Here's Danny with the weather.
Hey Hart, today's going to be a high of 56 with a low of 43. It's going to be cloudy. Tomorrow's going to be a high of 54 with a low of 37. It's going to be cloudy also with a chance of rain. Sunday is going to be a high of 53 with a low of 44. It's going to be raining. Now back to the studio.
Check out this great club.
Hey Hart, I'm outside F32 to learn more about Astronomy Club. So I'm here with...
I'm Michelle. I'm the president of Astronomy Club.
I'm Michaela. I'm the vice president of Astronomy Club.
So why did you guys start this club?
So I started this club because astronomy has just always been a passion of mine, and I really want to share that passion with other people. And I think it's just a really interesting topic, and it's super easy to learn, honestly. It's really easy.
Yeah, I mean, what Michelle said, I've always had a passion for space, and when she came up with the idea, I thought it was a really great way to get involved on campus and help her out with her passion project.
Awesome. So when do you guys meet?
We meet every Fridays in room F32.
Join the Astronomy Club! This is Annabelle Tovar reporting for Hart TV. Now back to you in the studio.
Here's Nash with Today in History.
welcome to another episode of Today in History.
Today in history, in 1349, at least 200 people a day were being buried in London as a result of the Black Death. Also today, in 1954, President Eisenhower announced the detonation of the world's first hydrogen bomb. It was tested in 1952. Both of these things led to millions of lives being lost. So this week, I just wanted to remind you guys to slow down every once in a while and smell the flowers, because you never know what's right around the corner. I love you guys, and back to the weirdos in the studio.
Here's John with your movie minute.
These box office numbers went skinny dipping with the piranhas and never came back. Hello and welcome back to Movie Minute and Happy New Year. Although this episode is airing on February, but that's fine. We'll go on. Today we will be tackling Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, which was released on December 22nd, 2023. Aquaman is a fun but non-proper way to say goodbye to the Zack Snyder's approach to the DC movies, taking a step down from the first Aquaman's vibe or series into a more comedic approach. It's clear that this movie knew it was going to be as bad as everyone thought it would be. It definitely is a movie that takes a lot of common superhero tropes, with a forgettable final villain, corny lines, and lots of CGI. Anyways, as always, we're going to be starting with the good, as the CGI is noteworthy, as the film was aesthetically pleasing to the audience, and the CGI wasn't too bad, unlike The Flash. Get that away, that's horrible. Most of the time nowadays, CGI goes unnoticed, and I just wanted to call it out. We also get a little bit of more character development than the first film. Now for the bad. Like I mentioned before, the film does take a comedic and corny approach to the superhero genre. Some things some people may like, while others would have opted out for a more proper ending to Aquaman, as well as a 10-year-long DCU run. Overall, I would recommend this movie to anyone in the story showcase on the DCU, and if you just like heroes that are related to water, then go right ahead. In conclusion, all things considered, even with controversies regarding cast,
my dog stepped on a bee.
Even if Johnny Depp was in this movie, it would have been a 10 out of 10. Probably, but you know. The movie, I give this movie a solid 6 out of 10. And with that, I'm John, and that was your Movie Minute.
Although yesterday's Heart TV on strike episode was done for fun, it was also intended to bring awareness to a much more important issue, why people strike. Here's Rowan with more on the story.
You all may be wondering, why Heart TV? Why is our beloved school news program going on strike? This was the case for many of our different unions in the US in the last 6 months, such as actors, strike, writers, automobiles, and healthcare workers, as of many more. In the recent months, hundreds of unions went on strike, demanding for higher wages as the inflation heights increased dramatically. This caused the general operation of jobs to pause. For example, the bus drivers union had begun their strike in early October of last year, causing there to be a shortage of workers attending their shifts as well as transportation for civilians. This was also the same case for the writers' strike, leaving many beloved TV shows and movies to be postponed, as well as many famous actors who fought for better pay and working conditions while being threatened by artificial intelligence. These strikes in the last year were higher than ever, with there being nearly 400. These numbers were just as high when unions were formed in the mid-19th century. Unions were originally formed to fight against poor working conditions. They fought against working long hours, unsafe and unsanitary conditions, and a low pay overall. Thankfully, before 2023 had ended, most strikes have been resolved throughout most unions and had reached agreements to raise all of their wages, and all employees had reached satisfaction. This is Rowan Timmy reporting for Heart TV. Back to you in the studio.
And now the news. Girls basketball take on Canyon. Tonight is senior night, and all games are right here at Hart. Frosh play at 6:30, JV at 3:30, and the varsity game starts at 5.
Boys basketball also go up against Canyon. All games are at Hart, just as Anthony said. It's senior night tonight, so let's get out there and be an amazing student section. Frosh play at 5, JV at 3:30, and the varsity game starts at 6:30. See you there.
The Lunch Volleyball League will officially begin this Monday, February 5th at lunch. Games will be on Monday and Wednesday. Come and watch the action. Please be respectful of the gymnasium if you come to watch the games. Please keep the gym floor and bleachers clean.
Hey seniors, last week in the class of 2024 Google Classroom, you learned that opening up a credit card is the best way to establish a good credit score. Today's Final Year Friday lesson will teach you how to apply for and open your first credit card. Check it out today.
Monday is the last day to turn in a request for no credit. If you are requesting a class to be taken for no credit, you must pick up an approval form from the counseling office. All forms are due no later than 3 p.m. on Monday, February 5th.
The ASVAB Career Exploration Program is a free career planning resource available to Hart students like you. The next test will be administered by the military this upcoming Wednesday, February 7th at 8 a.m. in room Q6. Scan this QR code to register or contact Mrs. Trujillo in the counseling office for more information.
Hey seniors, spots are filling up fast for the senior day at COC. This field trip for Hart seniors only will be on Wednesday, February 7th. You'll have a chance to tour the campus, learn about the transfer pathway, and so much more. If you are heading to COC in the fall, you do not want to miss this opportunity. Sign up in the counseling office today.
Clubs.
Red Cross is meeting today at lunch in room S2. We're going to be hosting a hands-only CPR event. New members are welcome. Please come and join.
Intramural Sports Club will be meeting today at lunch in room K2. You can join our Google Classroom using code NLDYOKB. Come on out and get your game on.
Film Club is meeting today at lunch in room F11. This is a mandatory meeting for everyone going to STN in March.
Astronomy Club meets today at lunch in room F32. Exploring the universe one star at a time. Come and join us.
Robotics Club meets after school from 3 to 5 p.m. in room Q15.
Speech and Debate Team meets on Monday at lunch in Miss Nishioka's room F43. Please attend. New members are always welcome. Now it's time for today's
quote of the day.
No matter how long the winter, spring is sure to follow. Unknown.
That's it for our show.
Have a great Groundhog Day.
And a great weekend. Try to stay dry. And stay classy, Hart.
We heard it from old Phil, from Punxsutawney